This is a video response to the Ohio Flash, Chafe, who has returned. The return of Chafe has returned out of the doghouse. Guess who's back? Back again. Chafe's back. Tell a friend. Chafe's back. Chafe's back. Hashtag when the baby powder is saturated. Chafe is back. What's up, pup? What's up, buddy? That poor animal's outside all the time in the little pen in the back of the house. He's barking, but that's just because he wants to play. This is a video regarding your observation about conservative hypocrisy. Two things real quick. Do you know what'd be nice? Ooh, lost focus. You know what'd be nice would be if we had some Democrat hypocrites. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there are a couple of them. I think it was Feinstein actually had like this really amazing NFA collection, machine gun collection. A lot of the NFA people, legend has it that a lot of the NFA people had vast quantities of arms. I would say too, they're hypocritical with, they usually have armed security. So you have that whole good for thee but not for me, as Savage Institute so eloquently put. However, I digress. Partly. Point of the video. What's the source? What's the root of that hypocrisy? In the case of the black conservative, is it that it pays well to be a token? I mean, people are going to love you. Conservatives will absolutely eat up when a non-white person likes the doctrine. I don't want to say Candace Owens, but Candace Owens somewhat comes to mind. She's beautiful. She's brilliant. She seems to be no nonsense. And I really hope with all my might that it's not a matter of racism that makes people like her. I think she actually goes too far in some instances. She's a little hard on the minorities sometimes, I think. Almost like she's full ping right. And when you do that and you're just subscribing to the doctrine, lock, stock, and barrel, I don't dig that. You always have to have room for the possibility that you're wrong. The one veteran guy taking the draw, in addition to retirement, in addition to having a job. I thought at first you were going to mention his military retirement, and I was like, oh no! And then you took that VA 90% disability. I dig that. To me, what sucks about it, in my mind, when I'm looking at it from a macro level, that dollar amount takes away from the benefit to others. You know, these other people that go to the VA that have these awful experiences and they want to bitch and moan about crappy service. Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but first consider thanking the people that are mooching and milking that system. He's taking his $3,500 a month, laughing his ass all the way to the bank. Meanwhile, a young person who's been deployed for, I don't know, 5 out of the 8 years that they served comes back with demons in their head that can't get the help they need because of the lack of resource. It's a shame when money doesn't go where it's appreciated and needed. What is the root of it? Is it that it's fun to be part of something, like they're just part of a team? Are they truly evil? Do they want to win and they don't want anybody else to win? Like I got mine, you go find yours somewhere else. That whole that sticker that a lot of conservatives, I'm assuming conservatives, have on the back of some of their pickup trucks down here. It's like in the shape of the United States of America, but if you look really close, it says "fuck off, we're full." I'm like thinking, man, I don't know. There's other things to unpack there. I mean, if you're coming to this country and you're being part of the melting pot and making everything greater, then super. But if you're not integrating and you're just bringing your own crap, then what? I don't know exactly where I stand. I meet fine people every day, and I meet people that I don't care to ever interact with again on a daily. I think the world's better when you meet the people that are cool. And I believe that immigrants are what has made the United States exceptional in the past, from the so-called indigenous people who immigrated from the steppe and came across the Bering Strait to when England and Spain came across. I mean, probably the people that were here already didn't think that it was exceptional that 90% of the population died off from disease. But hell, it gave Neil deGrasse something interesting to talk about on the Joe Rogan Experience. And by golly, that dude loves to zing people. No, for real. I'm for real. He talked about how interesting it was and how we may never see something like it again, to where you had two population examples that were isolated from each other, and what happens. That could have just as easily gone the other way. Of course, if you're coming from the city, you're going to be a filthy person, so chances are you're good for those diseases. But wouldn't it be ironic if it was the other way around, like everybody that tried to come to the so-called New World died of disease? Then they'd have to come back wearing that, that pointy-nosed bird-looking thing that they wore during the Black Plague, the doctors wore. They'd have to come back and fight with that shit on. Where they put all the rosemary in the beak. Oh man, this one's come off the tracks. But, Shafe, that's just what you do to me. Rock stars, my weakness. Now you know.